of reports that submitted by the Liberia Medical and Dental Council, the Internal Audit Agency, and the special committee established by the Bishops' Council. Why the employees concerned are being reviewed through established procedures, the Rural Church of Liberia regrets the manner in which critically ill patients were transferred.
They're giving the candidate for whom to wear because they can sleep. But let me say something to you. Hold on, let me say something to you. I said to you, every year they come with the same story. Just the other day, someone said that, when I was in the Senate, as the president of the Senate, Georgia did not put a hand up. My people, in a very soft tone. Yes, you are correct. You will not see my hand because every time I put it on, you will be sleeping. So how you see my hand? Mr. President, you will not be.
Wait, you said what's your name?
Yeah,
so what you say about this election?
Thank you very much. I would prefer the paper to go.
Who is your paper?
JB.
Why?
Thank you very much. Because one fighter, the soccer that was taking the country, not small thing.
The suffering?
Yeah, suffering. And second day, when that paper win, will ever to get a job.
How?
Thank you very much. Now the men that in power now, saying enter in the care. Says here, there are no job. There are no job.
But who the cause?
Who the cause? He not get to the job.
What you mean?
That what I mean is a mayor football player.
Oh, so football player can?
Yeah, he not no politics. He not no politics. So I'll tell you that you must deal with the devil that you know that you now see before in your life.
Yeah, but the man served already for 6 years.
Oh man, I'll tell you that. I'm telling you that. We are behind. We're not behind you. We are behind. We are behind you.
Yeah, but say.
So on Thursday, March 16, Ambassador Joseph Boakai and a delegation of 4 persons boarded a Kenya Airways flight and landed in Accra, Ghana an hour and a half later for his meeting with my financial backers. The trip was entirely paid for, a dime ticket accommodation by the people. In the meeting, which took place at the Marriott Hotel near Kotoka International Airport, meeting requested by Ambassador Boakai, he did something that would dramatically change the way I see him forever and ever. When he got into the meeting with the potential financiers, Ambassador Joseph Boakai used the opportunity to badmouth me to these financiers, saying some of the most negative things about my character to them. After telling me that he would commit to them, that he would make me his running mate.
The petition stretches that transparency and consists sustained engagement with students and university officials are essential to rebuilding.
So on Thursday, March 16, Ambassador Joseph Boakai and a delegation of 4 persons boarded a Kenya Airways flight.
From Monday to Friday, 9 to 11. Place radio, they bring talk with the heaven. Ambassador KONAH RUFUS on the mic. For talking points, we go shine the light. Talking point for Blaze we day 90.7 online every day. Politics, news and truth we bring. For Liberia we go make you sing. We talk the matter, no go hide, no go run. From Monrovia to every town we get the one. Issues with matter we go break them down. For the people, for the youth, for the whole town. Talking point for Blaze we day 90.7 online every day. Politics, news and truth we bring. For Liberia we go make you sing. Ambassador RUFUS is sabi the game.
Well. Folks, let me say good evening to you.
Street side chat, talking points, they give you all that. You fit
Let me say good evening wherever you are. Welcome.
No one go blind.
To the May, that's the weekend edition of the Talking Point.
Future we all must trust.
It comes to you from Monday to Friday.
90.7 online every day. Politics.
And let me say good evening to you people.
Liberia, we go make you sing. You tune in every night, don't miss the show. Talking Point for Blaze, where the real talk go.
And that's the protest edition of the talking point.
Yeah.
Folks, wherever you are, however you are listening to us,
So tune in every night, don't miss the show.
I'll just say welcome to tonight's edition of the program.
The Rufus, your voice, your friend.
Today is Friday, July 17, 2026. And tonight's edition of the program promises to be fascinating as always.
From Monday to
Too many things that we need to talk about.
radio, they bring talk.
What happened today with the entire protest?
Go shine the light. Talking point for Blaze we day. 92.7.
Was the protest successful?
News and truth we bring. For Liberia, we go make you.
Did the protesters meet their aim and objective?
And every time we get the one. Issues with matter, we go break them down. For the people, for the youth, for the whole town. Talking point for Blaze we day. 92.
So we're gonna discuss lots of things here today, folks, wherever you are. The chairman of the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, that's Molba Molu,
Friday night.
announced that they confiscated a firearm
Mic for talking points, we go shine the light. Talking
from someone that they refer to as an agent of the government that was planted amongst them.
area, we go make you sing. We talk
And of course, police RG Greg Kukuman
and every time we get the one. Issues with matter, we go break them down. For the people, for the youth, for the whole.
reacted to the statement from State Chairman Moba Molu.
Politics, news and truth.
They confirmed that indeed the arm belonged to an officer of the Liberia National Police, whom, according to the LMP boss, was he was definitely assaulted, and the firearm was forcefully removed or taken away from him while he was making his way, according to the police RG, while he was making his way to work to his assigned area. So we're gonna look at that as well. There are too many things that we have to talk about, and folks, let me say we're gonna look at the protest today. We're gonna talk about some of those things surrounding this protest today. Did the protester succeed? It's important that we know that. Did the protester meet their aim and objective? Okay, so let me say good evening to Roberta Regis. She says she's watching. Thanks for joining us, Roberta. Thanks for joining us wherever you. I don't know where you're watching us from, but thanks for joining us. So those of you out there, just tell us where you're watching us from. Those of you watching us, tell us where you are watching us from, and we will definitely recognize your presence with us tonight on the program, The Talking Point. Tonight's edition promises to be more fascinating. So what I can say to you folks, just increase the volume of your monitor. That is, if you're not getting us properly, increase the volume of your monitor and relax yourself, because tonight's edition promises to be fascinating. And let me say many thanks to our reporters. Let me say many thanks to our reporters who covered the protest today. They did extremely well. They were extremely well, moving here and there. Let me say congratulations to the team. Okay, Roberta says she's watching from Louisville, Kentucky. Thanks for joining us. Kentucky, thanks for joining us from Louisville, Kentucky in the U.S. Thanks for joining us there. Okay, so folks, like we said, there are too many things that we need to talk about. But before we go to talk about our issues or the things we need to talk about, let's inform you that Blaze cash giveaway is on. So what you can do for us or for yourself tonight, just pick up your Lone Star cell phone. That is, if you are a Lone Star cell subscriber, and that's *799*9#. Play with $200 Liberian per ticket and stand a chance to be one of our big winners tonight. We're going to be working with 30,000 Liberian dollars or 50,000 Liberian dollars. That's the jackpot. Tonight is Friday. Today is Friday, and today is jackpot edition. Sorry. Today is the jackpot edition of the program. That's the Blaze Catch giveaway. So keep putting your transaction *799 *9#. Let's see how best we can get. We can get 4 more people. We're going to hit the system and pull up 20 winners. Let's get the remaining 4 people coming in quickly. Then we'll hit the system and get 20 winners tonight on the show. *799 *9#. That's the code. Put in your transaction to make your number visible tonight. Now, folks, today you might be aware there were nothing much. Yeah, nothing much that really attracted lots of people across the country aside the protests today. So lots of people in recent days, especially the last 2, 3, 4 days, the protests was one of the things that people were talking about in every corner. There were lots of people asking some questions, debates as to who heading the protest, if the person or such a person, the mobile model, if he has the mural or he's the rightful person to lead such a protest. So lots of people have been expressing their opinions over the last few days, especially the last 2, 3 days coming to today. Now, the protest was held. The protest was held today, for which Blaze FM, we actually covered the entire process, both on our television and on the radio. And our people who listen to us, I guess, who did not go on the program protest ground, they got everything as it relates to the protest. Okay, good evening, David Rachel. Thanks for joining us from Soul Clinic. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you for joining us. So, yeah, sorry, the code, okay? Now, the protests, as usual, lots of people has been, like, most people can be concerned about the issue that has to do with the turnout of the program, of such a protest. Lots of people. So, from the morning hours up to 12, it was like there was no protest in Liberia. It was like no protest in Liberia. From the morning hours up to 12, midday. It was around 1 before our reporters reported that the Mobile Molu and his team, the team from Mobile Molu that indeed they were already making their way to a Capitol building, because we had one of our reporters assigned up Capitol building. He was there posted. At the same time, the rest, another group was with Mobile Molu to stand office, and another person was to Mobile Molu itself. And of course, they worked with Mobile Molu and they went up Capitol Hill. But one thing that we observed today, there were not much people that came from all sides, okay? As compared to other protests where you see people coming from the Waterside area, people coming from across the bridge, all of those areas. No, there's nothing much as such. So majority of the people that attended the protest today came from the Spinsville side of the city. They worked with Mobile Molu and they went on the protest ground. So, in fact, Capitol building, Capitol Hill remained empty, quiet until Mobile Molu and the folks that were with him until they reached there. So that tells you that when it comes to people coming from across the bridge, coming from other parts of the cities, there were not much people coming from the other parts of the country as it relates to the protest today. But what we we saw and we can actually say is that the protest actually went on. But again, there are lots of people right now asking some questions. The aim and objective of the protest, where it met, was the aim and objective met? That's a very important question. What the protesters wanted to achieve. That's the first thing we need to identify. What the protesters wanted to achieve. If we can identify what those protesters wanted, what they wanted to achieve, then we will also see our best. Maybe we can look around whether they actually succeeded. If the protest was successful or not. Now, over the last few days, one of the things that we've been, definitely marched at the grounds of the executive mansion. That's one of the things that they were consistently saying. In fact, even up to today, even during the march, right? During the march, our reporter Rona even he made attempt to speak with Moba Molu around the Nigeria House area. Moba Molu said no, he was not ready to speak, but he would speak on the grounds of the executive mansion. So that was something that they were serious about. They said that indeed one of their email objectives was to go on the grounds of the executive mansion to present their petition. So, but we observe, folks, that they did not go today on the grounds of the executive mansion because the police resisted them. The police said no, for which they obeyed. So when it comes to the executive mansion, their presence being at the executive mansion, I guess you will agree with me, for that objective, for which they were saying that they would have gone there, they did not succeed in doing that. Now, the next thing that we listened to them, that after they should have arrived at the executive mansion, the grounds of the executive mansion, it is where they would have presented a petition. So another thing that we observe today, folks, there were no petition today delivered. Like last year, July 17, the scene where they were prevented from going at the grounds of the executive mansion. But we saw Moba Molu reading the petition statement to the media. But for today's edition of the protest, we did not see anything of such happening. So that means when it comes to the issue of presenting a petition, whether to the media, to the government, giving it to the government representative, the protesters did not succeed in that. They did not succeed in that as well. So I don't know, but looking at those issues I just talked about, looking at those indicators, did the protesters succeed in their protest today? Now, one thing that people it's all over on the social media, and this is something I've been normal. Yeah, this is something that have been normal in Liberia. When such a protest is going on, people want to see the turnout. And from all indications, the turnout very low today. From all indications. Again, someone will say, okay, the email objective of the protest is not so much about the number of people that go there. So that is good. It's not so much about the number of people. But what did you go there for? You went to present a petition. Did you present the petition? No. Did you read the petition to the media? No. So did the protester actually succeed in their protest today? That is something for which I believe They didn't succeed. Now, I know someone say, Ambassador, okay, the matter of fact, the message went out there that there are Liberians who are fronting against maybe the hardship in the country. These are some of the things they were raising, right? The issue of the drugs, which was one of all the major things that were in everyone's mouth. Almost all of the protesters were talking about the issue of drugs. Mind you, this protest, like my colleague Willie and I today doing the commentary, we're talking. This protest was announced about 3-4 months ago. Stan announced this protest ever since. But the issue of the drugs salon, it has just gone over a month, little over a month. But you observe that this entire drugs thing took over the entire protest. Again, someone say it is a legitimate issue they were raising. That's awesome. But it overshadowed the rest of the other things they were talking about. Let me say good evening to KONAH Samson Kun. Thanks for joining us as well. So when it comes to the issue of whether the protest was actually successful, that's something I doubt. In my mind, the protesters did not succeed. In my mind, they did not succeed. Because one thing, there were no petition given. No petition. You did not tell the world and the president of the government what actually the issue you are raising. We know in protesters' mouth, they were just saying it in protesters' mouth, right, saying it. So that is not official. But what is written and read by the leaders of the protest, those are the official counts of the protesters. But what were presented today? Nothing. What was read to the media? Nothing. The issue of going to present the petition, the grounds of the executive branch, it did not succeed in that as well. So did you actually succeed in a protest today? Was there a need for this protest? Was there a need for this protest? This protest, what message did it send to the government? What message did it send to the government? Now, for instance, the issue of the June 7 protest, we saw that there were huge number of people. Huge number, the entire Central Monrovia was locked down. So listen, even if such a protest, when a petition is not given, one thing that runs to anybody's mind with those huge number of people, it raises concern. But with the few people that are at the protest ground today, very few people, with the few people that were on the protest ground today, and with the lack of petition to be read by the protesters, what message the government is going to get? What message the government is going to get? Was it just a mean to, okay, let's just gather to just have fun, walk together, and go up Capitol building, from there we'll go back to our houses? It's important. But again, there are some of the issues that were in the mouths of those protesters. Some of them are legitimate. But how will it become an official statement of the protester if there was no petition statement? If there was no petition statement. So that is something that I think the protesters did not succeed. In my mind, the protesters did not succeed. You might disagree with me. But in my mind, I think the protest wasn't successful today. It did not mean it's email objective. No. It did not mean it's in an objective. Because I guess the email objective of this protest was to present a petition, was to give something to the government, and nothing was given. To give the crowd of those protesters to the government to say, these are things we want you to do. But nothing was given to the government. Okay, like the past protest, 2025, since it wasn't given to the government, it was read to the media. for which someone will say, okay, the government got it from the media. But nothing as such was read to the media. Nothing as such was read to the media. Nothing was read to the media. So what happens? What happens? Were they successful? What did you carry for which that we did not see today? What did you carry to the government for which say you were going to petition the president? What did you carry? We did not see it today. Okay? So again, folks, keep putting your transaction *79 and *9#. So that's it as it relates to the issue of the protest. In my mind, again, you might disagree with me, but in my mind, I strongly believe the issue of the successful nature of the protest. No, I don't think the protest was successful. No, I do not think so. I don't think the protest was successful. Anyone can just put together and say, let's walk on the street. We walk on the street. But what did you walk on the street for? What did you give? What was your cry? It's important. Okay? And folks, let me play you my word here. So now we listen to what Maba Molu said. Maba Molu actually said they seized and confiscated a firearm. They confiscated a firearm from an individual to be an operative of the government. That's what he said. So they seized it because, according to him, such a person was planted in their midst to make it look like, okay, the protesters have it gone. The protesters have it gone. So they seized or they confiscated the firearm from such a person. So, and I was one of those people who went, okay, then who is the person? Who did you seize the gun from? When he said it earlier, I was one of those people doubting that they actually seized it from someone. Because one thing, Baba did not tell us who it was seized from. He did not show us the person. And I was one of those people thinking, okay, even if you see such a firearm from a person that, according to you, were illegally planted among you, you won't allow that person to go. Because when you allow such a person to go, the message that go out, even if it is turned over to state security apparatus, you are the one that's they saw it with. Where they're going to find that person. You are the one they saw it with. So definitely it will be like you are the one who brought it up, but you just want to bring up stories. So I was one of those people who doubted the statement that came from Maba Molu. But now, few hours later, the police RG Greg Okuman. Let me see if I can play Greg Okuman statement. Yeah, let me see if I can just play Greg Okuman's statement on this whole issue of the drugs. Yeah, let me see if I can just play for you quickly. I'll need to start it over. Yeah, let me start it over quickly for you. First, keep putting your transaction *799 *9#. That's the code. Put in your transaction to make your number visible. I'm about to play for you right now. Let me see if I can pause some sound there. And pause this one from right here. Okay.
Which of course the police provided the needed protection on the Capitol Hill today. Similarly, I would like to also announce that Liberia National Police has launched a criminal investigation following the assault on an officer and theft of his government-issued service arm while he was traveling to his assigned duty station during the morning hours of the protest. The preliminary findings indicate that the officer was confronted by a group of individuals who physically assaulted him and unlawfully deprived him of his service weapon before the perpetrators fled the scene. The investigation into this assault and the identities of all the persons involved remains an ongoing investigation. The Liberia National Police has confirmed that the firearm which was publicly displayed today is the same government-issued service weapon that was taken from the officer who was assaulted earlier today. Investigators have further established that the firearm is currently in the possession of Mr. Moba Molu, chairman of STAN. I will use this medium to advise Molu to immediately turn that weapon over or face serious criminal charges. The LMP is taking all necessary investigative and legal measures to recover that firearm. But we know where it is, we know who has it, and this is a direct warning that it must be turned over immediately. The assault on a law enforcement officer and illegal possession of his service weapon, it constitutes a serious criminal offense that threatens public safety. The Liberia National Police calls on you, Moba Molu, to immediately surrender it. I mean, this is not a threat, this is a direct warning, lawful warning as well, lawful order, and that you also have to come in to cooperate with the investigation because this weapon was taken from the officer as a result of an assault. And we are still trying to figure out the identities of all those. So for the mere fact that a weapon was found with you, you have to answer to all of the questions surrounding how that weapon was taken. We appeal to members of the public that have credible information regarding this. Maybe somebody may have taken videos or other stuff to please share it with us to help facilitate this investigation. The police, we take note that this is not the first time. This is becoming a pattern because during the last protest in December 7, I think it was December 17th, leave, there was an officer, Sergeant Amara Bility, who was on his way to work. He was similarly assaulted and deprived of his service weapon again. So this is the second time around. We view this attack on officers as very unlawful. The seizure of firearms are grave threats to public safety, and we'll investigate every such incident to the fullest. We want to admonish the public that while the Constitution guarantees the right to peaceful assembly, violence against law enforcement officers, theft of government property, destruction of government property, and the lawful possession of police firearms are criminal acts that will be punished in accordance with the laws of the Republic of Liberia. The investigation remains ongoing and additional information will be released as we are able to gather them. Molu, bring our gun. It constitutes a criminal offense. We know you got it, and you must bring it now, we're waiting for you. Thank you.
Okay, so that's the statement there from Police RG Greg Okuman about this issue of the gun. So the police RG, according to the police RG, this entire gun thing, in fact, the first thing the police said, this gun belonged to the government and it was assigned to an officer of the LMP. Now, you listen to him. He said this officer was on his way to his assigned depot and the protesters assaulted him, allegedly assaulted him. And of course, they forcefully took the firearm away from the officer, according to the police RG. So now they are investigating. But one thing, they are calling on Mr. Moba Molu to turn over this firearm to the police. But again, since they are investigating and they are still trying to get people who are involved into the alleged assault of an officer, and this officer gun out that is assigned with him is found in the hand of Moba Molu. That means Moba Molu becomes a a person of interest. In my word, he did not say person of interest, but in my word, he became a person of interest to this case. That means he must answer some questions as well. It's what the police actually is saying. Does it make sense? Yes. I strongly believe. Because this is it, right? When your property, that is, if what he's saying is true now, when your property is missing and you are looking for it, your property is or your property is stolen when you are looking for it, and when you see that particular thing with, that person become a suspect and they must tell you where they took it from. They must answer some question. So this the same scenario in this entire firearm thing. So according to the police RG, this officer was allegedly assaulted by the protesters. Who are those protesters? They are still investigating. They have not found out who are those protesters that assaulted this police officer. But now, this particular officer, the gun assigned to him, was displayed by Mobile Molu. So that means Mobile Molu have become a person of interest to ask, okay, where you took the gun from? How did it happen? So he needs to answer some question. So in my mind, I think the police RG, the story you explain is on the rightful trajectory for that. But now, folks, before we go further on this issue of the gun, let me appreciate the Liberia National Police for the level of professionalism that we saw today. You know, I'm one of those people who always beat on the Liberia National Police. Yeah, at every day when the police does the wrong thing, I'm one of those people who always come and I always criticize them. I don't miss my word on critiquing them, especially when it comes to protests as well. But listen, when the police does the right thing, I think it's important as well, we appreciate them. And one thing that we saw today, the protest was peaceful. It was peaceful. The police were professional. The protesters themselves were peaceful. And we should give it up for the protesters as well. So the both parties, they were peaceful. And this is what exactly the Liberian people want. And I must give it off to the LNP. Because over the last something was some protests, even when the protesters are peaceful, they can go on to sometimes be violent. But for tonight, or for today's protests, they were professional. They were peaceful. And that's awesome. So let me give it up to the NMP and to Greg Coleman today. But don't just remember what anytime you do the wrong thing, will definitely come out and call you out as well. But again today, I saw how professional the NMP was today. And I should give it up for them. Now, to this issue of the firearm. So the NMP now wants to investigate Mobile Molu. So, and this is it, folks. Mobile Molu said they took this firearm from operatives of the government. The police is saying this firearm belonged to an officer. It's the officer and operatives of the government. That's something. And this is the most sticky part that lots of people are not understanding. Because there was no much people around there when it happened. How they got the firearm. I do not think lots of media institutions, or I've not seen any media institution that really capture that aspect of the protests, where when the time they were capturing or confiscating the firearm, from the police officer or from the person they call operators of the government. We have not captured that. So when the media was going to capture it, it was shown some level of clarity of how that happened. Because now there's it. What my mother is saying, such a person was planted amongst the protesters. The police is saying this police officer was on his way going to his assigned area. So one thing we should grab here, this police officer wasn't assigned to the protesters. No. When he was going to be assigned to the protesters, definitely police actually would have said that was one of the officers assigned at the protest ground or with the protesters to safeguard lives and property. But he said that particular officer was on his way going to his assigned depot. Now, which part of the role was he when the gun got confiscated or when he was assaulted? What the police said when he was assaulted. Which part? Because mind you, Mother is saying this guy was planted among them. Was he among the crowd? That's something we need to know. Is there an evidence from the protesters to show that, listen, what the police is saying that this guy is an officer, or let's agree he's an officer, but he was on his way going to duty when we allegedly assaulted him. I think those protesters now, they are under responsibility. What the police actually said, the investigation summary. So now they should provide some, if possible, they have some video to say, no, this guy was among the protesters. He was in the crowd when it was discovered that he has a gun. But there's two different things right now. One is saying this guy was planted among the protesters as an operative of the government to make it look like, okay, the protesters, they have a gun. And the police say, no, this guy was on his way going to what was assigned duty when the protesters assaulted him. Who do we believe? Do we believe the police or we should believe the protesters? And I'm finding it difficult as to who to believe, because that's the thing, right? Yesterday we were talking about the same thing, where the government say, okay, they arrested people. Up to now, we do not know who they arrested. Up to now, we do not know who they arrested. Up to now, they say they arrested people with making some weapon. We do not know who the government arrested. They are not named anybody to us. And we know there's a strange, especially when the police is going to do such an arrest, especially when people are being a threat to a protest, a public gathering, and that kind of arrest is made, where several individuals are being arrested. The police will have their identity? No. I do not know. That's when it happened. We know the police. We know the government. We know the police. We know Gregor Coleman. Especially to discourage people from today's protest. Definitely, he will have called the media, those people who have been all on the social media. So, since that did not happen, and it's not happening, that sends a message that, listen, there's a huge possibility here that the government, that issue was fallacy or mega story. There's a huge possibility. So now, with the government coming back and saying, listen, one of our officers was assaulted by the protesters and his gun was taken away from him. Do we believe that as well? It's something that we also got to look at carefully. Is it possible from yesterday issue, right, where the government said, listen, we arrested people against you, for which, in my mind, I think that was just a means to scare people from going to the protests. And for which I think the government succeeded by scaring people away. Now, with this one, is it possible? If actually what that happened yesterday, it was just meant to scare people away. It was a make-up story. It was a fallacy. Then is it possible that the government, as some people make it a little like, okay, these people will get gone? Is it possible? It is possible. Is it possible that that officer was on his way going to work and he was attacked? It is also possible. It is possible. And this is where I said, this is the sticky area. This is the sticky part. That's why I say this is the sticky part. Because when such a thing is ongoing, it leaves people with lots of doubts. And the only thing that can relieve people's mind is the fact. That's the fact. And how do we get the fact? How do we get the fact? Should we depend on the Liberian National Police? To a certain extent, yes, we got to depend on them. Because that's their responsibility to investigate. To a certain extent. But again, if what Mobile Molu is saying, if it is true, and when the government said they're investigating, it ain't true. Because we know how some investigation have ended. Up to now, we can't see no here, no tail. The investigation about the UL students when they're protesting, where those officers handled them. Up to now, police say they're investigating. The preliminary investigation report should have come out in the last 24 hours. Since that time, know how many months now passed now. 24 hours can reach. We can see the preliminary report. Before we talk about the report in detail. They are still investigating. So if this is actually a means, right? A means of making the protesters look like, okay, they have gone. They have by intention. If this actually it, that means the police will definitely act like they're investigating. The way they want mobile model, they call it by mobile model, they come and answer question, bring the gun, you answer question and so forth. As soon as they lay him on the gun and they ask mobile a few questions, he go home. The whole case die. The whole case will die. The whole case will die. If actually what Molu is saying that's true. But listen, if what Molu is saying, if it's not true, if the police is right, we will definitely see the end of this thing. Like someone asking me, what do you know the government for? When I say, oh, we know this government. I know the government. Listen, I know this government when they want to get at the bottom of something. They go after it. They were talking about the issue of those people who, according to the government, they arrested. When the government actually arrested people, we are going to see them, especially the eve of the protest. And the government, no government wants people to protest against them. So the government will want to expose the intent of the protesters. Where some of those protesters are making some weapon, they will call the media. Those people will be seen live on camera. They will tell the Liberian people where those people were arrested, all those areas. Why they did nothing. They will announce, okay, we arrested an individual. They were trying to do this. Who are they? What did they? Where were they arrested? So that created more doubts. It created more doubts. More doubt. And this is why right now, when the police is saying some of these things, it also gives people doubt if the police is actually saying the truth or not. It's creating doubt if the police actually saying the truth. Because listen, one thing among the two group, right? One person must be telling the truth, one person must be saying lie. Is it Mobile Molu that is saying the truth, or is he the ones that lying? Is it possible that police officer get attacked? Yes, it is. We are seeing officers being assaulted and attacked on many occasions in this country. So you can remove the fact that protesters cannot attack officers. There's possibility. But again, is it possible that people be planted in the protesters to make it look like the protesters are gone? It's also possible. So that's where I said there's this sticky part of it. And this is where I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think they're gone? They're gone to they being confiscated or that was in Mobile Molu hand? Do you think it was the truth that is it belonged to the police, right? But do you think that police officer was planted among the protesters? Or do you agree with the police that this guy was on his way by the protesters because they were being violent or they wanted to be violent, so they attacked the police officer? Do you agree? Which one of those people do you agree with? Okay, which one of those people do you agree with? This is where we want you to, I want to hear from you as well. That's one of the areas. And every caller, I'll ask them a question. And you want dodges, I'll ask you this question. You got to tell me, who do you agree with? Yeah. And the next thing, folks, that we said earlier, how do you classify this protest to be? Was it successful? Was the protest successful or not? Do you classify it to be successful? Did the objective and aim of this protest met? Was it met? Did the protesters actually meet their aim and objective? Did the protesters meet their aim and objective? It's important. We want to know. Looking at all of the issues, right? All of the indicators. One thing, they did not get petition statement. No. The next thing they said, they want to go on the executive mansion ground. They did not go there. I don't know who this person called Musa. We're waiting for Musa to come outside to know he called Musa. Maybe that's Musa Belida or so forth. But listen, one thing, they did not go on the executive mansion ground. No. So for that, Imam Martin did not succeed in that. Now, the next thing was maybe they wanted to give a petition statement to get something to the governor. Say, there's our cry. That's why the Liberian people or the protesters are crying for. We did not see that. Then what was the essence of you going down there? That's why I'm asked. So was the protest actually successful? Did the protesters succeed? Did the protesters succeed? It's important, folks, that you tell us. So many of you follow the protests. Many of you follow the protest. Folks, keep putting your transaction *799 *9#. Let me see how best I can hit the system right now and pull up some winners. *799 *9#. So it's already 1 minute after past 10. Yeah, 1 minute past 10. So we are going to open the full line. Yeah, you get a long time to tell us. So I want to hear from more people. There are two questions I have, right? And all of the callers must answer the question, those two questions. You will say all the other things, but there's two. I want you to answer those two questions. One, do you classify to be the protest for the protest to be successful? Do you classify to be successful? Do you classify to be successful? That's something I want to hear from you. Was it successful? Now, when it comes to the issue of this gun thing, do you think the police were attacked? The police officer was attacked, or you think the government planted people? The one Molo said among the protesters. What do you think? What's the side? Who do you believe? These are two questions. You will say everything, but those two questions you have to answer it as well. So let's see how best we can hit the system *79 and *9#. Let's be taking some calls while we're doing draw. I'm going for 20 winners right now. *79 and *9#. Let me take this first caller on the phone at 0777 907 907 0777 907 907. That's the number to call to be live on the talking point tonight. Let me take the first caller. Good evening, you are live.
Yeah, Derek again from Sogan Community.
Okay, David, go ahead from Soul Clinic.
So first out, I want to say thanks to the police, IG, and the police have conducted themselves
Yeah.
well today.
Yeah.
I want to say more protest here. They say 100%.
Okay.
The only thing they achieved there was the peace. They conducted themselves in a peaceful manner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, when it comes to the issue of the gun, do you really think this police officer was attacked per what the police
So,
RG said, or you think what mobile money saying that the government planted people among them? What do you think?
KONAH, that's something realistic here. The police IG need to explain how the police officer attacked. Because you can tell me that in the country that I know, police officer will be attacked. We can see any other video circulating on social media. And Bola Molu too, you don't tell that a person was plenty of money and they took the gun from the person. You can't able to identify the person or turn the person over to the police IG. So that thing is very sticky about it.
Yeah.
Very, very sticky.
Yeah,
So only the public can be the judge.
Yeah.
And we have to follow some photo to see where the person was attacked and how they took the gun.
Yeah. I think it's important. Yeah, I agree with you.
So I'm trying to tell that only you be over protest because all of the protest fail. So we never move that video on a protest because I'm saying camera that too.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for having us here. Let me take the next caller quick. Good evening, you are live.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening. What's the name?
I'm Ahmed from Kawel.
Yeah, please go ahead from Kawe, Ahmed.
Yeah, you see, I mean, even go to the gun issue.
Yeah.
And we know human being. There's no way someone will come in my house with gun. And we more than 10 or 15% going run away. There are gun issues. There are so many things the government have to look into. Because in that kind of crowd, no one will carry gun in that crowd. We all do it that way. You know, we have a protest. No one will carry gun in that crowd. Then we protect one person, the person escape in that kind of crowd. Where? Then no one will get where they might put to the people. And secondly, the police too have to be careful with that we are talking investigation, because if they take one from the policemen, we need to know the name of the police also, because they be very difficult to take gun for police officer. They don't go on social media, they don't post other movement. And secondly, more be careful, because if I know if you turn a gun over or if they keep the gun, because wherever when somebody turn a gun over to the police for not to keep it going with him, that is the no problem. In case you never any habit, our go on somewhere accused what he got.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
So you do you think the protest was successful today?
For me, I don't really believe in protest, but they protest were not successful because the major thing to give a petition. If you don't read a petition, you don't give a petition, then what you went there for? I mean, you just want to carry yourself together and go back home. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Not successful to me.
Thank you. Let me take another call. Good evening, you are live.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. What's the name?
Thank you. This is the voice of Lauren. I'm the first step for operations. Now you.
Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you for stopping on this discussion. Look, let me appreciate Kim Modu Jr., who organized one of the biggest and successful protests that was held today.
Okay.
And let me say the appreciation to all of the protesters who came out to express their grievances towards the government of bad governance and human killing, taking people's jobs illegally, disrespecting some people ruling. All of these things, they were successful by the party in March, and the black in their hair and the wordings were clear. People read the wordings in the sky. People read the wordings. It shows that protest was successful. It went today. And to the issue of the firearm, you get me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. To the issue of the firearm, I was in person. I was on the scene.
Okay, you were on the scene.
I was in present. I was on the scene and I know the guy that they arrested the firearm from. In fact, there was a lady or another lady for District 8. She's called Philo. You getting me?
Yeah, we are getting you.
Thank you. She's called Philo. She knows a particular individual in prison. When she saw, in fact, the city or the same started a rally by 12 to 1. The 12 girl said the mayor was going to her farm in no destination for a protest. That was not. All of the people were the morning time from the morning to 8 now to 10 o'clock. Then started a protest by 12 to 1. We were coming around the street between the Delaware,
Hello? Oh, he went off. He went off. Let me take another call. Good evening. You are live.
Yeah. Good evening, my dear brother.
Yeah, good evening. What's the name?
My name is Yahweh Jeremiah, and I joined the platform from district number 6.
Yeah, please go ahead, Jeremiah.
You know, my brother, this government is crafty. This government is dangerous when it comes to information dissemination. You know, the government, the information minister came out and made the honor saying they arrested a person with a petrol bomb. In the modern situation, in the modern world, anything that happens, you see on social media. Up to present, we have not seen the faces of those people that were arrested with the petrol bomb, the community that they were arrested in. So it's another lie, I can say.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, according to the police RG, he said the officer was on his way to work.
Yeah.
And the protester assaulted him, and that led to the protester taking away his arm. Now, the question is, this protest was violent? The protester was violent? No, they were not violent. Likewise, the police. Then by what means that ordinary police officer going to work, protesters that were not violent, the whole protest was not violent, by what means the protester assaulted this police for them to join on him? Because according to information, the protest went peaceful. It was not violent at all. So if we all agree that the protest was peaceful, then how the protester will assault the police and join on him to take away his weapon from him? So that information Molu is giving, that information may be true. That people were planted among the protesters just to make the image of the protest to look bad and for him to just get a Molu. That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't even trust this government when it comes to investigation, because we got a lot of investigation that is pending that up to present. Since it started, we are not getting the outcome of the investigation. The Bula investigation, they were investigating who carried that money activity on today. We are not getting the name of the individual that carried on the money.
So was the protest successful?
Well, in my mind, it was not successful because the government did what all they could do to just weaken the mind of the people by saying they arrested people with petrol bomb, so that alone scares away people because of common past performance. Because they always getting at protesters. So when you come up.
Okay, he went off. Let me take the next call. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah.
My name is Sammy MZN calling from Rehab.
Please go ahead, Sammy.
Yeah, thank you for the program. I listened to you very keenly tonight.
Yeah.
On the issue of the protest and the firearm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the protests are real give credit to the both parties, the protesters and the police.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have one question, because the police RG said it had happened before with the protester and the police, and while the police were going to work.
Yeah.
So I mean, the police, they always at the hour when the protester protesting, that the time they can go to work. That's my question. That time they can go to work, because it say it happened in the past.
Yeah.
So they don't go to work until the protester out. That the time they can go to work. That's my question.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me take another call. Good evening. You are live. Good evening.
Hello. Yes, good evening, please, man.
Yeah, good evening. What's the name?
When I dropped the lamb, my morning call, and Hamona.
Yeah, conclude. Yeah, conclude quickly.
Thank you. And I said I was on the scene when the incident took place, right?
Yeah.
The first thing Greg Kumar said, police was going to a assigned destination for the protest. That was the same protest between 12:1 and 2. Between 12:1 and 2.
Yeah.
The guy in question was never going to a protest destination. It was around 15th to 14th Street, right?
Yeah, but I don't think the police actually said the guy was going to the protest destination. He said to his assigned duty.
Or what assigned duty or
Yeah.
protest destination? That would have it, right?
Yeah.
Now, the guy, how do you call it? Between 14th and 15th Street, when the protesters reached between 14th and 15th Street, there's a lady from District 8 fellow. For District 8 fellow, she was white. She knows the car, the EPS officer impressing. She saw the guy and more the car coming towards, or how they call it, or the capital star. There's a guy from CDC called Abdul Kane. I don't know what you're calling Abdul Kane.
Yeah, we are not Abdul Kane.
Okay. She singled Abdul Kane. This guy, president EPS guy, I know this guy very well. He's a police officer, he's an EPS guy. Now she just said it. So when she said it, she got with Abdul Kane. Abdul Kane went to the guy in person. Abdul Kane said, my brother, please come. He went to Abdul Kane. Abdul Kane said, my man, you are a police officer. Wait, you are going to cry. You didn't turn your left. You know what he said? Hello?
Yeah, you are live.
All right, he said, I'm a peaceful citizen. I can't protest with him. I can't protest with him. In fact, I'm a university student. That was what he said. That was the sport for him. He said, I'm a university student. I can't protest with you. So, I'm asking, which one of the groupings on the campuses of the university that you're part of? Not today, we have sin, we have process, we have soup. And this for the protest to sin today, we will know what we're talking about. Right? So, we need to say, I will for soup, sin, or process. But do you know what he said?
No.
He said, I'm just a student when it comes to the university abroad. So he had a daughter. He had a scary daughter with a teen. It was in his shack. So I don't even notice it first. Put him and around his neck, trying to talk to him to leave the protest scene. In the process, that's how the shack left his daughter and on his leg. That's how the daughter got exposed. So I don't say, but they see how you're making a daughter. They do not put that daughter ordinary. I don't say no, it's very usual for ordinary citizens to get on their neck in the presence of me.
Okay.
That's how it went on his side got exposed. So when it went on his side got exposed, some of the guys are in the process of protecting the crowd and Chimamoru. That's how they went and took his gun. When they took his gun, they were giving him to Chimamoru. That's how he managed to escape. But if you listen to Kwame Kuma yesterday, Kwame Kuma said the people or the protesters, they had a petrol bomb that they arrested. So he wanted to use that only that tactical war, but that guy to work with the protesters reaching around the capital to start the opposite. You know what the police was stationed, when to jump around the crowd, for to create a scene, while talking or while fighting, then you arrest one from the protesters. Then they'll come to arrest the Muru and Muru have to end the crowd. So that was it. So come on, stop lying.
Thank you.
That's not whole.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. That on the side of the story. I will not hear. We hear the other people's side here. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah. I want to speak on the audio you just played about the RG.
Yeah, please go ahead. What's the name first?
Yeah, Tius. I'm calling from Riyadh.
Yeah, go ahead from Riyadh.
Yeah. You know, sorry to say this. The RG, if I'm the president, but this RG will not be an RG for the Republic of Labrador. The reason being, because everything the RG say are also lies. How will you say the protester that assaulted a police officer while you were going to work? So are you want to tell me that the other police officers that are behind the protester, why they can't attack them? But the young men are going to work. And besides, before the protest again, he said
he discovered a petrol bomb. Then he displayed the petrol bomb on social media. But the people that he arrested that had the petrol bomb, he failed to shoot them. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, we are getting you.
Yeah, so for me, whatsoever you are saying in that audio, it's not funny for us to believe. And it's a plain operator that entered among the protesters.
Okay.
Okay. So if you say that, oh, our mobile money have a firearm, all this time you call the mobile money to send the gun over, there are a lot of people that are there. So when they took the firearm for Mr. A, then Mr. A send it over to somebody else, to the man, how will the chairman be part that get it, they took the firearm from?
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever I'm saying, it's not something for us to believe.
Okay.
For the show.
So was the protest successful?
It was successful, Chief.
Okay.
It was successful.
Thank you.
The message went across.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take another call. Good evening. You are live.
Yeah, I'm calling for Tingasville.
Tingasville, what's your name?
My name is calling.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, you already know that these are already said that the respect on protesters are having petrol going in our hands. They painted that person. How come Mama Monusi of first to say that the somebody called a more than our plenty so they put you looking at that they want to test out with local and beat and take go from there. We are saying generally that's what the talking. I believe what Mama saying that two years that money over there. So it's children them of boy exposing. And the protest was successful because I remember mommy and noon and know what they call it the protest. In our CDC protesting or other opposition party, and hey, then you come and see this kind of crowd they coming for up. But I just remember mommy what they call nobody joining crowd to be that. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having us. Good evening, you are live.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. What's the name?
My name is Stefano, where I do join a conversation from a resident rehab.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Oh, thank you. That's a last point. First of all, say due to the great ever protest Moruba Moru. The purpose of protesting is for the outside to hear your voice and hear your views. The embassies, all of them receive those particular points of protest.
They receive it?
They receive it. They receive it by the media. Hello?
But what was said to the media today? There was nothing read to the media.
The various recording that was aired today, and you saw those pictures. These are evidence. Written document went to a various embassy before even the day of the protest.
Who's saying written document there?
Yes. Wow. But that's why you must go and ask him. We will tell you exactly.
Okay.
Moreover, the particular G who try to put a stake into the higher mess. This is the same shooting attitude they brought on from the very day they set that particular Capitol building ablaze. They were using people that they were not on their side as Atangone, as this and that. Today, the same aspect they brought it in the same aspect of the cocaine. People that insult these that in different president company who not part of it, they bring in are just to shield their president and the children who are using the drug cartel at the end of their life in this country. But we watching them. Thank God that the various embassies are watching them. Any move, the drug can be Labrador more than the one that can be over Somalia and other countries.
Okay.
They will never allow Labrador as they spend their high-end money, then they can't see some hooligans damaging country in the name of patriotism and giving support to 89-year-old for nothing, him or parasite.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. That's how you go now. We shouldn't continue. Good evening. Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Pascal.
Yeah, Chief. First, let me say thanks to Bliss. This is independent radio, and I want to believe so. whether it is for government, it is not for government, to show independence. And it just set it apart from other radio stations in Liberia. I want to say thanks because the coverage was good.
Okay.
So I don't know people's definition of success. First, you don't have to have one media. Two persons can send a message to the world. We must establish this first. Moreover, we have always seen Gregory Cuomo and his police in their numbers and well armed. Even before the protest day, they were testing the water tank. They were testing their weapons. Yes, of course. There are others who believe because the police so reckless, Gregory is so reckless, and so they will protest at the ballot box. But there are also men with courage who think that yes, if they would die for Liberia. So those brave men and women, they gather today, regardless of the number. You can say it wasn't successful for you, but this is the position for people with conscience. President Bouakai was under executive marshal ground. Full. Costa was there. The loan was there. Everybody assembled. Cummins, Benda, Ure, they assembled and cooked on the grounds of the executive marshal. They protested. They were protected. They were giving water. Yes, of course, they wanted George Weah to come and receive petition, even though he sent his chief of office staff. In fact, at the time it was Dean Master Kemenya. He was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dean of the Cabinet. He came along with the Vice President and received that petition. Today, while Liberians are expressing their disappointment, while Liberians are calling on President Bouakai to do what is right, while the jobs are taking over and Liberians who made you president assemble, President Bouakai was going to bomb. The last time I checked, one journalist asked me, how you feel when Liberians are not happy? He said, I live with them. Look, you know, most time I can really be thinking, look, I just having a conversation in group and I said, I will only get happy one day when I live like you. I will not live perpetually, but I will live and experience life and come back and see how we can change the way our people in this country. I mean, for somebody to tell me it was not successful because the tenant were poor, it just speaks to the fact that there are many elected people in the country. Because
Pascal,
yeah.
Now, let's look at what the protesters went there for.
Yeah.
What was their email objective by going up there? To give a petition. But today, today there was no petition given. There was no petition read to the media like the way we saw yesterday.
Because we have said we are going to petition President Bouakai. We have said that before the protest.
So that means he did not succeed in that email objective. He did not succeed with that. Because you never petitioned the president. You went to petition the president, but you did not petition him.
So the president has always not made himself available. And you know that. President Bouakai has not always made himself available. I just told you, that man said he lived with us.
Okay.
He is civilized society. You KONAH, your home, all of us got home. If you turn to your people in your home, your family, and say, anything you want to do, what does that suggest to you? If they suggest you a care of blame, just turn to all the employees and say, I take my hand for you, anything you want to do. What that suggests, you become vulnerable.
Okay, so
you become victims of circumstances. So
let's look at the issue of the gun.
Yeah, so look, you see, these are all tactics. And, I can really enjoy Gregory. And I always pray that they will be in power until Judgment Day. But I can't see it happening. But Gregory said they discovered petrol bomb from somebody, but even you over there who is I don't know how to tell you as what kind of journalist you are, who go beyond the news. You can tell like Brent who after had the petrol bomb, did he disclose the news who had the petrol bomb yesterday? Are you aware?
We are still looking for those people.
So of course he didn't tell you. But Molu is saying we arrested a bomb. If Molu was so cool, if Molu was so wicked and want to create chaos and panic in the land, you really think Molu was supposed to go? You really think a Molu intent is to destroy the country and create a scene that will be chaotic and ruthless? You think Molu is supposed to take out the pistol and show it?
Okay, Pastor.
Anybody who gets sense, you're supposed to think like that. But let me say to grab close. Look, I always told you, KONAH, there will be like blood tomorrow.
Okay.
There will be like blood theater tomorrow. Look, why can't you can rule for 80 years? The day you leave the seat, all your followers,
Thank you.
we will chase them
Thank
and
you.
they will come for that.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, you should. The man on the call coming just there when movie is ticking. 0777907 Call us tonight to have you say good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, what's the name?
My name is Iwe D. calling from Todi, DC,
Please go ahead from Todi.
Again, thank you for the talking.
Yeah.
I will firstly talk about the social rate of the
protest.
Of the protest.
Yeah.
The protest was successful.
Okay.
But the fact that those protesters get on the street, say citizens, give hints of what was in the document. We talk about drugs, corruption, rampant killing, secret killing, and use of power were all in that document. So the protesters were singing, telling people that this government is involved in such a thing. So the protesters was very, very successful. Look, the protesters made my day today. They conducted themselves the way that nobody, no police may will be a hand today. Everybody was in honor and they get to where they think they wanted to get.
The police actually said a police was attacked and assaulted.
I did not see a single video that tell me that a policeman was attacked. A single video. Let the police actually come up with a video that proves that a policeman was attacked and brutalized. I did not see it.
Okay.
We make sure that I observe the activities of the protesters and the main man day today. No, we civil servant are honor paid. You understand?
Okay.
The hardship in this country, no job. The Liberian people are crying. People are graduating from the University of Liberia and all the colleges, no job. And the protesters made my day today.
Thank you.
So the government was very afraid. They know indeed they find themselves in the issue, so they're afraid to come out to receive the petition for the protesters.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, folks, keep putting your transaction *799*9#, and I have a couple of people right now to give them cash. Let me say congratulations to 3527. Congratulations to you. 4370. Congratulations as well. You won yourself 30,000 Liberian dollars. I'm saying 3365. 3365. Congratulations. You just won yourself 25,000 Liberian dollars as well. Folks, keep putting your transaction. Yeah, let's take more calls. We're going to call you later. Those of you that are winners, we're going to call you later. But let's continue with the call. Keep putting your transaction for us to take more winners here tonight. *799*9#. That's the code. Put in your transaction to make your number visible. Let me take the next caller quickly. Good evening, you are live. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Oh my word. I don't know. You still coming in broken. I guess that's that same person. I hope you can change your location or you change the phone and call back. Okay, let me take the next caller right now. Good evening.
Hello?
Walk away from your monitor, please.
Yeah, hello?
Hello?
Yeah, KONAH?
Yeah, this is KONAH RUFUS.
This is Sportsman calling for Jiboro for houses football field.
Please go ahead.
I believe that what the people got on the street for, it was successful
Okay.
because police never allow the people to enter the executive mansion, and the people don't be talking there that they are going to protest, and now the president never say anybody can receive any document from these people. The president here never say no. KONAH, what do you expect? Who then to go get a document to the ground or to the tree? It is wrong. When it comes to the firearm,
yeah,
Gaga Kuma is lying. He put on racket. Gaga Kuma can't tell you in this country. He just want to put our phone in trouble for nothing. So that's what I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here. Let me take the next call. Good evening.
Yeah, you are clear now?
Good evening. Yeah, you are clear. What's the name?
Where man in the jungle, what is the complaint?
Yeah, please go ahead.
I want to say, give it guys to keep it in Liberia. My brother, you know, this platform for me, across Liberia, and some people listening. So when some quarter, then when the media statement on the president, he had to check business to balance that statement.
Hello, Chief. Hello. Hello. Hello.
So the issue. Hello.
Yeah, when you call, just go to the issue, please. All people in the line.
Okay. One thing I want to tell this government, to tell you, man, bazaar, or if they show activities that is still carrying on in this country, those government can show and transfer to the school. I want to tell people very common thank you for the transparent work today as executive mansion. Those group of people that went there, they just go and have some fun, they carry drone with them to beat it, to drink liquor, and eat any food and go back to their house. They are not serious manners people, so nobody can say they're serious, number one.
Okay.
But they don't know why even they want. They were there for the past 10 years. We all know they know the very important issue they sort of solve it, and they feel to solve it. It means we want to be north.
Hello? He's still on. Hello? You are coming broken. Hello?
Yeah, hello, you getting me?
Yeah, conclude quickly.
Yeah, if they say executive people or lie on the Moduba marriage just there's somebody asking now, all I want. So in getting a project, nobody will want there to see. So I Modu man to get a good.
Okay.
So if Modu get a good, yes, he says somebody plays there, somebody have money. Why somebody will play somebody have money to find money. So they need to explain better to the Liberian people.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here. Let me take the next call. Good evening. Folks, keep putting your transaction *79 and *9#. Let's get 10 pressing to put in the number of tickets. Don't pull up some more winners. 10 pressing, just putting in the number of tickets. You can put in your 1 ticket, your 2 tickets, 3 tickets, 5 tickets. Maybe just remember the more tickets you put, the better your chances. Okay? So let's get 10 people coming in quickly with any number of tickets. They will hit the system and pull up some more winners. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah,
Mr. KONAH Rufus, how are you, sir?
I'm okay, Chief.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was in my room. I was calling, but the network not too good.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My own friend and brother, and my chief ambassador.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Okay. Can you introduce yourself quickly?
Yeah. Thank you very much for the topic on our discussion. I honor the Liberian Constitution.
You did not,
Everyone have
you did not introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Jacob O. Brown, and I do join you from Worldwide Junction, Tuporo.
Yeah, go ahead now.
Thank you. Under the Liberian Constitution, everyone got their right to protest. But in answer, I can tell you for free, under this unity party government, there's no protest under the government that will yield fruit because the message that people are carrying, message, they are not a rebel messenger.
Okay.
They are not a rebel messenger. There is no circumstances. I think in the Super Road Junction tried to end up with one or two motorcycles. They started telling me, say, who is Baba Molu to tell us to protest? We have to sit here under his control. When you are right in Finete, when you are right in Lexus, what talk about before today, you come out to tell that people are suffering. So the what's wrong in the protest.
You are breaking
Ambassador, don't cut.
Chief, you are breaking in.
Okay, you getting me clear, right?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, just try to change your position a little bit.
I change my position. I'm out of the road. I'm standing right on the main road, Super Road.
Okay, go ahead now.
So I'm not in my room any longer.
Yeah, go ahead now. I think you can be much
protest,
better.
Thank you very much. The protest, we understand on the Liberian Constitution, everyone has their right to protest. We don't have problem with protest. But the Liberian people understand that the security aspect of the country is okay. I can walk from here, nobody can check my phone. And we are fighting every unwanted thing to the Liberian people. We are working towards today. CB Hospital had an issue. The president intervened. You understand that? So I don't see any reason for which Moba Molu, people like Moba Molu, who is he? When did he realize that Liberian people are suffering?
Okay.
Before today, he staged protest. So the protest died on arrival. We understand that under this government, nobody that born out of a woman will organize a protest that will ever hold.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Good evening, you are live. Good evening. Okay, I lost that caller there. 07779077907. Put in your calls to have your say. Good evening, you are live.
Yeah, good evening, Rufus.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, this is Desmond Tisako calling from Soul Clinic.
Please go ahead from Soul Clinic.
Yeah, thank you. Firstly, let me appreciate you for your analysis.
Okay.
As it relates to the discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start with one. The first thing, the protesters should understand it's very easy for the government to even combat you when it comes to stopping the entire protest. So if the government plan, what the sense they make for the government to plan somebody among the protesters? That thing has no magnitude. They can take the government second to even dismantle that whole protester. So Mobile Model will answer a question when it comes to that. And you ask one of the brilliant questions. That is, was this protest successful? It wasn't successful. What was the petition? The first thing they started with leave or leave. But as soon as the 19 million drug issue surfaced, then they started with cocaine, what have you. So right there, they were confused. And one thing I would say to Mobile Model, when it comes to protesting, it don't go with mobilization. So when the demand meets the citizens will come out. They will definitely come out. So it was not successful. It was waste of time. People just go in the street to go serve.
Okay.
So the people should ask themselves, this thing was not successful. It had no magnitude. It's not just to come on the street. Let me tell you, the sole purpose of that was just to denigrate the government. Was just to break the government down. But let me appreciate Gregor Cuomo. He did extremely well. Everything was all okay. But the message to them, it was not successful.
Okay.
You can have a project, you can petition the people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Thanks for having us. Let me take the next call. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, what's the name?
This is Moses Shafa calling from former district of mine.
Okay, go ahead from Beaumont.
Yeah, thank you for the topic on discussion.
You're welcome.
We agree with some people who always would not be loyal to the state when people are seeing the fact and trying to speak their mind and they come up by latching people with words. So for the issue of the 19.2 million worth of drugs, cocaine, which our government chastised the past government by saying that Buka Denso, Kush Kiri, or whatever. We know under the LDA formality, if it comes to drugs, you do keep a drug for us. Day you got a serious problem with the Drugs Enforcement Agency director. I've served the LDA for a good 7 years. I know the formality in the drugs cartel. So even Biako should be asking himself when he dismissed Hayton Wah and Madison Gera for child stealer or alleged drug suspect escaping the drug sales from Ganta at the time I was assigned in Ganta. And then today now we're discussing huge amount of cocaine within the Republic of Liberia, and you people please find the Liberian people. If we come here, our mother and brother and sister come here, other people come here to do on a political level. So are we telling us that when I speak the fact, when I stand for the cause?
Okay.
Yeah, you see Biako right there, he dismissed people. Then up to now, he boss Gregor Cuomo because he's from the police and something there. So there's a game that they play with us there.
So
we need to be
was the
we need to be serious.
Was the protest successful today?
Because they know that the people was coming out of the plan and then looking at the president using the brave people, leaving the protest to hold their letter that they carry, and then even the police director there calling the Liberian people and few bunch of people and whatever things in the youth. So the people just try to make fun out of my brother. We need to be serious about the people. Okay. And the international community come to our rescue, my brother.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me take the next call. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, what's the name? Is he calling from where? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Regina.
I'm not very serious about Malaysia is that people talking. First of all, protest is just a treatment. I remember the last mayor, what the question is, car or you. The people in the peaceful, nobody harmony, they were very from the nation.
Okay.
But people come over Sunday. Anytime protest, my brother, and for the protest to hear you in car. I ever requested one of the inside I mean. You know how they protest other people do it? Down to people they are working in the department, the Chacha Yehohi.
Yeah, I saw that video. Our reporters were there, but according to our reporter even interviewing, he said
people they took the church and put that people up. So how they put the with that talking.
Okay, we did not capture that part.
You're supposed to capture that only in my phone.
Okay.
My phone is doing the thing group. Like how they capture the phone for the phone. Okay. If I say body after the phone, what he what's it? I'm feeling we have to see it in the same manner. So I'm not gonna for this for me. People they go to the thing. Because when you watch it, nobody most learn of you. When the time comes, they will somebody that pass on they're shutting up on me. Eh? they talking say Boba Mulu is and he is sick and he start to protest. What it means?
Thank you.
Thank you for listening myself.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, Regina. Thanks for having us. Go Eileen.
Yeah. Hello?
Go Eileen.
Yeah, this is Bambi. How
Yeah.
you doing, brother?
I'm okay, Gwambly.
Hey, my man, I thought you were going to focus on me today, but you did not see me, eh? I came by the way of Town. I came with 28 persons.
Okay,
You
well,
see the country going on me? They had three lads, one to the front, one to the back,
we
and
did
the
not,
other people were on my car.
we did not see you today.
And I said I was going to walk, the people just stopped me. But they were not going to stop me. Whatever gun that we were prepared today. No. Oh, God, my God.
But was the protest successful, Gwambly? Was the protest successful?
We thank God. We thank God. Everything went well. We promise. I mean, on my own, that if there were any gunshot to spend any man today, oh, the country upside down.
No, country will be upside down.
No,
But let me ask you.
they acted intelligently.
Yeah.
They acted intelligently. They knew before our president, we're not there for compromise. Yeah, we thank God. Anyway, the protest was successful. In America, we didn't have any serious casualties. There's evidence that it was successful.
Okay.
Yeah, it was successful.
Okay.
And then we coming back in the country. But this time around, we just said that they must get out the same way they acted today because the police will be what happened today.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Let me take a next call. Go Evelyn. Yeah, go Evelyn.
Well, thank you for the platform. My name is Mohammed M. Kane. I will be a member of the Bureau for the Padango.
Yeah, where are you joining us from?
I speak to you from my conference with this evening on the Prashad.
Please go ahead.
Let me appreciate you for the platform and let me say thanks to the State Security VA for conducting ourselves very good. Pertaining to the quote-unquote protest that went on today. Okay? But you asking questions whether their protest was successful. So the protest was whether it was successful. It was successful by, I don't know in what terms you are using it, whether it was successful, because if it was successful by then.
Yeah,
okay.
When I'm talking about successful, did they mean their aim and objective?
I think for me that aim or objective that they need today was Malu taking or armed bar from the state security. Okay, let me be very honest with you. You're the journalist. You were there. Okay, Malu was having right to even get armed from the state security. I think headed by the NMP. But that's why he went there for.
Yeah, but you said name Mohammed, right?
I'm Mohammed.
Yeah, Mohammed. That is something that we are still talking about, because one thing that even our reporters who were with the Mobile Molu team, according to them, they did not capture that particular incident. So we cannot tell you how actually it happened. Yeah.
My question go back to you. Where the Molu pick the arm from today?
Yeah, but we listen to Molu now. Molu said there was someone planted in the money protesters with the gun, and they confiscated the gun from the person.
Okay, now, just make it okay, because if you're trying to say that someone was in the protest and then they even take the arm from the person, why did he did not tell the person what was his security?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That would be the question. Because it's not a state security man in terms of common civilian like you myself. Because anything, okay? So he heading the approach. He was even tell the person what to do to the NFB. Definitely, that person was a big question. Why they took the arm from? You see this? So that should be a 100 million question to him only. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And folks, let me say these things. Uh, this is something that even our reporter, Arona, specifically Arona, reported this while they were marching with Molba model. He said, what something he said from Stain office. He said, Ambassador, as compared to the last protest that was held by Stain, for which we saw police officers marching with the protesters. He said this one is not happening. We are not seeing police officers marching with the protesters. So they marched all the way until they reached Capitol Hill, before where the Capitol Hill the police officers were. And some of the officers were also around the Monrovia City Hall, according to our reporter. He specifically referenced that. So again, that is something we need to look at as well. Why did the police not assign officers with the protesters to march with them as the way they have been doing? Was it calculated? Okay, we're not send officer with them. They'll move on. Because maybe we'll send officer when so and so person is caught, definitely will take that person over to the officer. So we will not do that. Officer will just be assigned maybe at the Monrovia City Hall as well as Capitol Building. That's the area the officer will be assigned. But our reporter actually said that, and the video was clear. There was no officer along with the protesters all the way until they reached around the Monrovia City Hall. So what did that happen? It's something again we need to look at. I'm just, when this scholar was raising this issue, this particular thing, before this one came to my mind again. What happened? Why did the police not assign officers with the protesters the way they did the last time when they were marching? The police marched with them, but for this one, did that happen? Was it calculated? That's something we cannot answer. Let me take this call. I just opened this up, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Jonah Freeman, broadcast UN journalist. And I covered that today, but your reporter did not do due diligence.
You say, hello, Chief. Hello, Chief. Yeah. Yes. You say what's the name first?
I'm Jonah Freeman.
Okay.
A broadcast Liberian journalist.
Okay. Working for which station?
Currently, I'm not working with any station, but I provide pro bono service to Sky and other radio stations.
Okay, bro. Pro bono. Okay, go ahead. Have your say.
Yeah. Many of us who are in the journalism profession, we need to do due diligence to our work. One thing I will tell you, the police did extremely well today. Incident regarding Moluba Molu and the SYZ gun that was reportedly given to Honorable Molu, which the police spokesperson talked about, and even the RD did an interview with State Radio this evening, calling on Molu to turn over the call. In fact, the police is carrying out a criminal investigation and is needed to provide information on that. I don't know whether your reporter did background investigation as it relates to the later information for the
Chief, you are breaking in. I want to get you clear. You are breaking
in doing a background investigation.
Okay. So Chief, you are did the due diligence. Tell the due diligence now.
I listened to you that the police did not cover the side of the Capitol building. The police were everywhere.
Hello, Chief. Nobody said that yet. If you not honest to me, I beg you, Chief. I beg you, Chief. No one.
All right.
Listen to me, Chief. Listen to me, Chief. Listen to me, Chief. Listen. I beg you. Listen. Nobody say on this platform that the police did not cover the Capitol building. Nobody said that. In fact, I was one of those people who say if the police did extremely well. So I don't know why you keep from where you are broadcast journalist. It seems that you are not. You even somebody said that resemble journalists.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Continue. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, good evening.
Let me appreciate you, Kona, for your talking point. Even the name remains Thomas F. Joseph calling from Johnson with
Yeah.
and this number 2, most of our County.
Yeah, go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, let me appreciate you for your talking point. Even.
Yeah.
You know, when you're asking the question, you say, why the police were not around the protesters to be able to carry them to march with them? For me, I let how the police here they behave they said today. Let me appreciate our Liberia National Police today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me
They were very peaceful, and I said that they were very peaceful. Yeah.
Thank you. If they could be with the protesters, the people not plenty already. If the police will come and be with them, at the end of the day, they will come and create tension.
Okay.
If you observe most of the places, and maybe even when where the police were at, some of the protesters, they were even going pointing finger at them to be able to do. But with all the things they did, police never react on them today. So I think for me, I appreciate Gregory Como to be able to talk to his police. We all will know our Liberia National. I think they are trying to very be able to listen to their leaders that when our social and something is happening, I want you to do this. When we are here or they may, which is Moruba Moru, I think maybe that video you have not get it. If you have, or maybe you have get it.
Which one?
He is saying that in fact they got went a money in that movement. He went, he arrested him go from the man because he was trying to. I don't know what he really mean. While the policemen were trying to do certain things to them, he compensated. They come from the man. I think maybe you probably will recording. Someone play.
I saw it. Our reporters were there. In fact, we played that particular part of the recording live on the radio during the protest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, so if you are mobile model, you are national security person, but for you to be able to compensate or go from the police, what the action you are seeing the policeman to really carry on before you can be able to take the gun from him. You see, but I know the government will be able to do, especially the Gregory Como will be able to. You know, as one of the things I will always say again, if Gregory Como will come to you, any of the security, the way you have that gun, to be able to go attention to be able to take that gun from him. Then today, somebody media who are coming, oh, you see, they are security, they are not intelligent, and people even regretting why our security should be able to bring themselves down to the extent of them men getting gun and be able to what will they come to carry back to a horse. We have to the Gregory Como telling him to appeal to him to be able to carry the gun to social and so nearby police station. If he can't carry any social and so hour, I think let's just leave how you're looking.
Okay.
I appreciate you, my brother. The country we are looking for betterment of the nation. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thanks for having us. Say, yeah, folks, we can't take any more call. We are already out of time. It's already after 11. We are out of time. So let me say many thanks to everyone. And I think this issue is important. We need to look at it, especially as it relates to that thing that they want us to do with the gun, right? The confiscation of the firearm is very important because who is telling us this truth? Who is telling the truth? We need to know. Was the gun seized for someone that was planted among the protesters? That's what Modu is alleging. That is something we need to know. Like we said, almost all I have not seen any media institution that really covered that part of the protest. I have not seen it. I have not seen it. I have not seen a media institution. We gotta know when at this time it's gonna be up, but I've not seen it. So that is very tricky and something that we need to look at. How the investigation will go on, we're gonna know, right? Yeah, I will be done, we're gonna know it. But again, it's something very, very much tight that we need to look at. But I think the protests on the overall it was peaceful. Yeah, on the overall it was peaceful. And like I said earlier, let me appreciate Liberia National Police and the protesters themselves. They were to a certain extent peaceful as well. Again, listen, when you are listening to the radio, please, when you understand anything, don't go on the radio. Don't go on the radio to just come and say something that nobody say yet. No, don't do that. I'm one of those people who I don't miss my work to criticize the police when they do the wrong thing. And not miss my work when they do the right thing from the car and appreciate them. Like what I did tonight. The police, they were professional today. Their presence was felt on the grounds of the Capitol building. But again, like I said, like our reporter said, and for which we saw perfectly, no police officer were with the protesters when they were marching from stand office going all the way. There was no police officer. No police officer was there. There's someone calling the radio talking about, oh, your reporter lied to you because you said there was no protester, no police officer were up Capitol Hill. No one said that. No one said that. So I don't know where you got your information from. You talking about our reporter did not do due diligence. Okay, you the reporter and tell the due diligence. You can tell no due diligence. Now you say you journalist. According to you are journalist. Tell the due diligence that you made as a journalist. Say you want to say our reporters did not do due diligence. You can tell us due diligence. But again, this is Liberia for you, right? This is Liberia for you. Well, sometimes some of these people we know, some of these people don't want to have honor the umbrella of being journalists. They call a platform to say they are journalists. Don't forget it. We know journalists there. So let me say, have yourself a wonderful time. Join us on Monday. Yeah, the talking point is taking its usual weekend break to be back on Monday. Until Monday, folks, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time from Painesville. Bye-bye.
From Monday to Friday, 9 to 11.